I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for the Academy, Chapter 11. You play as Peter Foster in this chapter. Driving back to school, Zach's question circles in your head. Why am I even at the Academy? You downshift your motorcycle as you head into a turn. If Zach is thinking that, everyone on campus must be too. You accelerate through the turn and lean into it. Why me? There has to be a reason. You pull back the throttle and pick up speed. But even that isn't enough to stop the question this time. Before you know it, you're back on campus. Zach's right. I've got to stay here and figure out what they want from me. I mean, what if they go after my mom? After seeing those links, anything is possible. The dorms are quiet. You shut off the lights and climb into bed, but sleep doesn't come. The next thing you're aware of are tree branches bending and cracking all around you in the wind. How did I get here? The fog is so thick you can barely see your feet. Low-pitch humming rises from the earth. You feel its vibration. You're in a clearing. On the other side is a huge oak, its branches rising forward, its upward to the fog. Something about it is vaguely threatening. Fear rises in your consciousness. You decide to fight that sensation. No, check the tree out. Everybody keeps running from the tree. What happens if we check out the tree? You move closer, your steps crunching on the carpet of the fallen leaves. Then you stop. The oak's bark seems to be moving. How is that even possible? You reach out to touch it, just to make sure, when a branch shoots out from the tree canopy and lashes itself around your arm. Holy shit! Scramble backward and fall on your ass, but the branch holds tight, yanking you closer to the tree, dragging you across the forest floor. You claw at the muddy ground, but it can't gain a hold. In seconds, you're up against the trunk of the tree. You scream, pushing against it with all your strength, and you feel the tree's bark soften under your hand. Let go of me! A filthy human hand breaks through the center of the tree. You gasp. It grabs a fistful of your hair. You scream, but your throat is raw. Your face is inches from the tree, and you stop struggling for a moment at the sight of a nose. Then two eyes. Then a gaping mouth pushing out of the bark. You recognize the face. James? It's fleshy white and smeared with sap. The mouth moves. Help! It sounds like someone's screaming underwater. The second arm pushes out of the tree. Help me! Get out of here! He's not attacking me, he needs help. Grab his arm, he lets go of your hair, and you pull with both your arms. You grunt with effort. One of James's shoulder emerges. Come on! His voice is strangled, desperate. You pull as hard as you can. But just when his other shoulder starts to emerge, a pair of charred, muscled arms reach out and close around James's neck. No! Please! James is pulled violently from your grasp back into the tree. The last thing you see is his mouth open in a terrified scream. James! And then he's gone. The bark oozes and seals itself closed, forming a scar in the shape of a symbol you've come to know and dread. A blaring sound rises in the distance. It gradually grows louder and louder. It's your alarm clock. And you turn it off. You have got to be kidding me. You lay in bed, still breathing fast and shallow. That was the worst terrifying nightmare ever. You rise, your entire body aches, you move like you're 100 years old, you stumble over to the sink. The mirror there reflects how you feel. Pale, shaky, with dark half circles under your eyes. I barely slept. How am I gonna get through the day? Like me, coffee, Red Bull, breakfast of champions. My ass! Red Bull doesn't work like that, bro. Come on now. I've drank enough Red Bull in my years to know Red Bull does not work like that. You guzzle a tall can of the magic elixir and start to feel human again. You're brushing your teeth and notice the bruise on your forearm. What the? Right there, where the branch grabbed you. Yo, Foster! Charlie's in the doorway, nods. You, and breakfast don't get along well, do you? You're still a little shaken up. The last thing you want to do is eat. Most important meal of the day, tough guy. You want to describe the nightmare to Charlie so he can tell you it happens all the time, or that you're crazy, or both. You turn back again around to spit and rinse your toothbrush, all the while considering how to handle the delicate conversation. I decide to lie. You have to research that forest and the freaky old tree before you trust anyone. After all, the last time I mentioned something like this to Charlie, namely the damn laptop, I ended up in a guillotine. You keep your mouth shut on the weirdness and stick with the uncontroversial subject. I'm starving. I can't wait for breakfast. You whip around to face Charlie again, only to find his sweet mate in his wheelchair long gone. I have no idea what, if anything, he heard. Oh, sinuses, I love you too. With a nagging sense that whatever's going on is bigger than you feared, you head to the dining hall alone. Up ahead, Sophia darts out of her dorm. I've got to find out what she was getting at. Posting that photo of me on the tunnel? Hey, Sophia, wait up. Sophia turns and glances around nervously. There's no one within 50 feet. She addresses you. What do you want? I want to know what your deal is. 1 minute you're helping me out, and I was so not helping you. And 10 seconds later, you post the picture I thanked you for not posting. What is going on with you? Yeah, Karma's a bitch. Karma? What did I ever do to you? I heard what you said about me. And if you let anything slide by in this place, you might as well paint a target on your back. I never said anything about you. Right. I actually have friends here. You might consider finding a few yourself. They're not your friends if they're lying to you. I swear I have never said anything about you. Sophia pauses for a moment, surprised, and she shrugs. Whatever. I only posted the tunnel. No big deal. It's a big deal to me. I don't happen to get off on people pointing and staring at me. Especially for something I was forced to do. They were pointing and staring at you before, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, I did, but I figured that was... So now, instead of being considered an unworthy outsider, you have a little street cred thanks to me. You're stunned in the silence. Sophia actually winks. Might make things a little easier around here for you. Are you seriously just suggesting I thank you? She smiles. Your outrage amuses her. We're late for breakfast. You can stand there with your mouth open, or you can follow me. She sashes away. What is wrong with these people? You want to press the point and make her understand, but you realize, well, you are a little bit hungry. Hustling after toward the table in the dining hall, you overhear snatches of conversation. New York City was so boring this weekend. I saw him yesterday at the premiere of Ryan Gosling's new film. I still can't believe it rained the entire time I was in the Bahamas. Oh, you poor thing. I would love that. Shit, man. Try swimming while it's raining. Oh, it's gorgeous there. I've never been there, but god damn it, it's gorgeous. Try not to roll your eyes. First world problems for sure. 1% of the 1%. I like this guy. The only empty seat is next to Chloe. She barely registers you sitting beside her as she whines. You guys have to shut up. She puts her hand up to her forehead with a flourish as if she's about to die of a stroke. My head is killing me. And the award for Best Actress goes to... Chloe! How many times do we have to tell you? Coke and vodka are not members of the 5 major food groups. I've been telling her that since 6th grade. Everyone laughs, even Chloe cracks a smile. Hey, Anton, I didn't hear any wild stories about your weekend. My partying days are behind me, I'm afraid. I've got bigger plans. Oh, spare me. A straight and narrow Anton Polsky? There is no such thing. No, that's good, Anton. I mean, I'm glad. The table quiets. Sophia's encouragement has made things awkward for some reason. I can think of 2 quick ways to break the tension. I could tell them about my weekend. Suggest that Anton continue to play hard. Because the question is would he listen to us? And honestly, Peter, no one gives a shit about your weekend. I don't even care. You know what? Why not? Why not? He's still young. But then Anton will hate me more than he already does. And that wouldn't do much for Sophia's opinion of me either. The silence stretches. A safe, neutral route occurs to you. How do you guys all know each other? Anton glares. He'd obviously hoped to keep talking with Sophia. Too bad, buddy. I mean, there was awkward silence, man. Sophia and I met at Vibur skiing, 4th grade. And Anton's parents used to vacation with mine before we were born. A few years later, we would be taking bubble baths together. Anton gives Chloe a sleazy smile. Sophia catches it and frowns. And Charlie, I've never seen any of you blue-collar trolls in my life. Smiles all around the table. You catch Sophia's eyes. We let him hang with us because every April we run around to his parents' beach house. I knew that was the only reason I get to sit at this table. Sophia lowers her voice and seems to speak only to you. The beach of Praia do Sancho are just magical that time of year. She then turns to the group, suddenly earnest. But you guys can't trash my dad's plane again. He was seriously pissed last time. Note to self, look up all those great places later, if you can figure out how to spell them. Chloe puts a perfectly manicured fat hand on your arm. Praia do Sancho is one of the most awesome beaches in Brazil. You should come with us. You'll love it. No tan lines allowed. Sophia's eyes widen a little. What a great idea. We can pay for the charter or a crew. Just guess for a digit. What was it last year? Something like 20 grand a piece? No one says a word. Anton smirks. Jump change, right, Peter? You're on the table shifts uncomfortably, looking anywhere but at you. Well, we could fly a commercial. Give that 100 grand to Sophia's village for clean water. Ooh! Ooh! Rat, son! There's no way these kids will ever fly anything less than private, but you can't resist a jab at Anton. Maybe that would save some lives. I don't know. Tough decision, though, right? You pretend to think really hard. The whole table tries not to laugh, except Anton. Like the decision to let someone like you into the academy. Rage bubbles up in your gut. If you got a problem with where I am, you stand up and glare at Anton. You can always try and move me. Oh, Christ, don't do this, kid. Don't do this. That kid's got at least a foot on you and a lot of muscle. Let's be honest, okay? Anton rises from his chair. Oh, God, you're gonna do this, aren't you? I provoke Anton into taking the first swing. That way, you can claim self-defense when you punch his lights out. You take a step towards him, your muscles tensing, his fists clench. Go ahead, tough guy. I'm waiting. Suddenly, Charlie scoots his wheelchair in between the two of you. Guys, everyone is staring. He lowers his voice to a whisper and gestures with his chin. Everyone. You and Anton glance in the direction Charlie indicated. Professor Lyndon and Dr. Brown are at the head table observing the exchange quite closely. Oh, I'm sure Lyndon's enjoying the shit out of this. Anton shakes his head and lowers his voice. Only the table can hear. This place used to have standards. It still does, but you bought your way in. I was chosen to come here. Ooh! 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 And he doesn't even have to swing! My boy! My boy! Anton's eyes narrow and he clenches his fist. You won't do it? Take a swing, asshole. Anton simply smiles and whips at his phone. Looks like someone is ready for a bigger audience. Anton taps his screen a few times and turns to the table. If you will excuse me, I have a company to run. Anton marches away without another word. You go back to your seat and sit down. Nicely done, Townie. Dude, you better start sleeping with one eye open. Charlie isn't kidding. Anton doesn't let anything go. Ever. Let the games begin. Sophia shoots a black look at Chloe, who shrugs prettily. Be careful, Peter. I get it. Thanks. Relax. Anton has much more important things to worry about. Suddenly, all the phones in the dining hall vibrate and ding. Oh, let me guess. Except yours. Sophia, Chloe, and Charlie check their phones. Chloe giggles. Charlie goes white. Oh, shit. What? Sophia hands you her phone. On screen, it's a digital edition of the infamous Page 6 gossip column. Featuring the photo of you, passed out. The caption underneath it reads, "Another wild night at the academy." That son of a bitch. Your phone finally dings. Except your message is a text from Dr. Browning requiring your immediate presence in her office. That didn't take long. Dread grips your throat and squeezes. So, yeah. Anton learned not to use his fist so much as brain. Small brain, but still brain. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Head down to the description below, links to social media or Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. I'd like to give a special shout out, and I'm going to do so in a couple videos, especially the one to come, is a gentleman by the name of Javier, I believe that's pronounced correctly, messaged me on Twitter. He says, I've been looking for someone who deserved the code, and he handed me a WoW Battle for Azeroth beta code. I was so enthusiastic because I went and I took a nap after doing choices. And I went to, relax because I'm sick and everything. So I took a little nap before going and returning to this because we need to get it done ASAP, regardless for The Walking Dead or not. And that made my day. That actually gave me a renewed sense of myself as well as energy. Still feel like shit, but that made my day. So once again, thank you, Javier, if you're watching. I said I'd do a shout out for him. I'm gonna do a couple shout outs for the man. He's an incredible, awesome person, but I just had to say it. With that being said, I think I did the outro. If I don't, you guys know what to do. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I'm just grinning ear to ear. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.